Hi guys, welcome again to Learning Tree, the fun way we treat Junior Pro. My name is Kese, and before we start today's lesson, I just want to correct myself. Last week, I said towel in tree is actually tower, right? That's a borrowed word. It is true. But the right word for towel in tree is Towuro. Again, Towuro. Thanks to Emmanuel. Thanks again for sending that through. So Towuro in tree is towel. Now let's start today's lesson. The very first person, well, we have two people that needed something translated. The very first person was Ezekiel. Ezekiel, thanks again for your continued support. And this is what Ezekiel wanted to know. The very first thing that Ezekiel wanted to know was, what's the difference between D and Didi? Again, D and Didi. Technically speaking, they're the same thing, right? If you say D, what you're trying to say is eat. If I say kwesi D, trying to say kwesi eat. Again, kwesi D, kwesi eat. Didi, in a sense, would be something like, I can say eating. I can put it in a sentence. Let's say somebody comes to me and says kwesi D, which is I should eat the food, kwesi D aduane, which is kwesi eat the food, right? Then I come back later on, or they come back later on and I still haven't eaten. Then they're a bit annoyed, then they'll be like, kwesi, make I say Didi, which is kwesi, I said you should eat. So D and Didi is roughly the same thing, right? Now the next thing Ezekiel wanted to know was, Ezekiel wanted to know what the difference between cha and chicha. Again, cha and chicha. Technically speaking, cha is cut. If I say or somebody says kwesi chadie, what I'm trying to say is kwesi cut this thing. Cha is cut. Chicha is like chop, right? It's like chopping, right? If somebody comes and they want me to, let's say, cut a tomato in half, kwesi mi pao chop, cha ntosi mumien, which is kwesi, please cut this tomato in half, which is cha, right? Now, chicha, if somebody comes to me and says kwesi, chicha ntosi, what they're trying to tell me is not just to cut, but to chop into little pieces. Chicha is like chopping into little pieces. Ezekiel, I hope that made sense, right? The next thing that Ezekiel wanted to know was, so Ezekiel wanted to know what fall over actually is in tree, right? Fall over. Now, fall over in tree is hwiase. Again, hwiase, which is literally fall over or fall down. Hwiase. Again, fall over. Hwiase. The next thing Ezekiel wanted to know was cold. So Ezekiel wanted to know what cold is in tree, right? Cold in tree is Nwunu. Again, Nwunu. One last time, Nwunu. The next thing Ezekiel wanted to know was, Ezekiel wanted to find out what slow is in tree, right? Slow. Now, slow in tree is Bɔkɔɔ. Again, Bɔkɔɔ. One last time, Bɔkɔɔ. Slower, Bɔkɔɔ. The next thing Ezekiel wanted to know was, he has gained weight. Again, he has gained weight. Now, that in tree can be said as, Nimudro ayɛ kɛse. Again, Nimudro ayɛ kɛse. One last time, Nimudro ayɛ kɛse. If I say Nimudro, dro is a person's weight or their heaviness, which is weight. So if I say Nimudro, what I'm trying to say is this person's weight, ayɛ kɛse, means that it has increased. Technically speaking, that could mean the person has gained weight. Again, Nimudro ayɛ kɛse. One last time, Nimudro ayɛ kɛse. Or you can cut it short and say wayɛ kɛse, which is the person has gotten big. Wayɛ kɛse. The next thing that Ezekiel wanted to know was, he has lost weight. So the opposite, he has lost weight. Now that in tree can be said as Nimudro swatching. Again, Nimudro swatching. So again, Nimudro is a person's weight or person's mass, right? Swatching is, it has reduced. It has reduced, swatching. So technically speaking, what I'm trying to say is the person has lost weight. Again, Nimudro swatching. One last time, Nimudro swatching. The last thing that Ezekiel wanted to know was, so Ezekiel wanted to know what Kyinkyinaa actually means in English. Again, Kyinkyinaa, right? So Kyinkyinaa, technically speaking, in English would be no matter what. Again, no matter what. So if somebody comes to me and say, let's say somebody tells me, you know what, Kwesi, you know what, you can't make the video this week. Or kwesi wuntumi video now, which is kwesi you can't make the video this week. Then I'm like Kyinkyinaa my, which is by all means I'll do it, which is like no matter what I'll do it. Ezekiel, I hope you're happy with the translation. I tried my level best. Now the next person that needed something translated was Daniel. Daniel, thanks again for your continued support. And these are the things that Daniel wanted to know. So Daniel wanted to find out what anywhere entry is in tree. Anywhere. How to say anywhere in tree. Now that in tree can be said as Baabiara. Again, Baabiara. One last time. Baabiara. The next thing Daniel wanted to know was, why is it so long? Again, why is it so long? Now, that intrigue can be said as, Denti na ɛware. Again, Denti na ɛware. One last time. Denti na ɛware. If you say Denti, I'm trying to say why. Denti na is how come, right? Now, Denti na ɛware. Ware is something that's long. So if I say what I'm trying to say is this thing is long, right? So Denti na ɛware means why is it so long? Again, Denti na ɛware. The next thing that Daniel wanted to know was cover what? Again, cover what? Now that intrigue can be said as Kata densu. Again, Kata densu. In this case, Kata is cover. Then is what? So is like cover what? You're actually emphasizing on the fact that what should you cover. So the next thing Daniel wanted to know was how to say which part. Again, which part? Which intrigue can be said as ɛhefa. Again, ɛhefa. Literally translated, ɛhefa is which side, which in turn can mean which part. So again, which part can be said as ɛhefa intrigue. The next thing Daniel wanted to know was, it's a secret. Again, it's a secret. Now that intrigue can be said as ɛyɛ Asumasɛm. Again, ɛyɛ Asumasɛm. One last time. Ɛyɛ Asumasɛm. Slower. Ɛyɛ Asumasɛm. Now, Daniel also wanted to know what the secret is in tree, what the word secret is in tree, right? Now, in tree, secret is Asumasɛm. Asumasɛm. So, assume in tree is somewhere where it's dark, pitch black, right? Assume, right? Asem is news or information, right? So imagine a news or information in the dark. So something that's in the dark is literally something that's a secret. So again, hence, secret is Asumasɛm. The next thing Daniel wanted to know was, do you like the place? Again, do you like the place? Now that intrigue can be said as w'ani gye hɔ. Again, w'ani gye hɔ. Literally translated, what I'm saying is, do you like there? Which in turn can mean, do you like the place? Again, w'ani gye hɔ. Slower. W'ani gye hɔ. One last time. W'ani gye hɔ. Now the last thing Daniel wanted to know was, why can't you stay in the lane? Again, why can't you stay in the lane? Now that intrigue can be said as, dɛn na wuntumi tena kwan no so. Again, dɛn na wuntumi tena kwan no so. So dɛn na is why or how come. Wuntumi tena, can't you stay or can't you sit? Right? But in this context, to be can't you stay. Kwan no so is road. We're in this context to be lane. So again, dɛn na wuntumi tena kwan no so. Why can't you stay in the lane? Guys, that's it for this week's lesson. I just want to thank Emmanuel, first of all, for helping me out. Towuro, Ezekiel for your continuous support, and Daniel for your continuous support. Guys, thanks again for all your support, right? It means the world to me, right? And guys, remember, if you love the content of the channel, right, please click on the like button, subscribe button, and bell button for future notifications, right? And if you want to learn Tree quicker, right, please go get the Tree Junior Pro app. It's on Google Store. With that and those lessons, you learn Tree quicker. With lots of love from you, Kata. Bye.